Hey folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to the anime review. Today we look at the final episode of Dame X Prince Anime Caravan, which is episode 12. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. So, it's not that it's a bad conclusion to a series. It just was so atypical, and that's a shame because, Dame X Prince Anime Caravan, I think, slowly has been getting worse and worse for me. I remember the first several episodes I really enjoyed, and then probably, I think, by episode 6 or 7, there were a few here and there that were kind of meh, and then with the last few, I've been like, it's not that it's bad, it's just that it hasn't had that same oomph that we saw at the beginning of the series, where, it was trying to be different than most reverse harems. It had that romance element to it per se, like it was there with some of the characters trying to, woo our princess Ani, but the thing was that at the same time, it was never trying to be a reverse harem either sometimes, where we had that element, but it wasn't always the forefront. It was mostly comedy. It was trying to be funny. It was trying to, make fun of a lot of the tropes that we see in typical reverse harem stuff. And it does succeed in that way with a lot of the episodes, but namely with the last maybe 4, it's kind of trying to go back to its roots, almost like they forgot, like the writers almost forgot that they wanted to keep away from this kind of concept, where we're now seeing all the guys try to go for Ani. They were all trying to woo her, and even at the end we see them going, oh, you should come on a journey with us now that everything's settled and peaceful, or you should stay here. Or even with Mare, he's like, come to my room and I'll keep you there forever. It's like, yeah, okay, but the thing is that you guys were never showing this much signs of affection towards Ani, beyond here and there, just little tidbits. They were showing a little bit of affection, but now it's full on where it's it doesn't work anymore. And the thing is that the conclusion for it, the last, I want to say, scenes and just general were oh, here we go, it's wrapped up, it's done, let's move on, and possibly season 2 will never happen, because it's there's never gonna be season 2 for this. I would be mystified if we ever got a season 2 for this, because it's this series already is doing poorly, I think, anywhere, and it's not. I don't even know there's people talking about it for the most part. I only know a few people that I know in my inner circle of friends and stuff like that we talk about it, but it's no one cares about this anymore, and it's kind of understandable. So, let's now kind of review the whole series. Besides the ending, which again was just atypical with everyone trying to stop the war, they were able to stop it. I'm not even gonna get into the nitty-gritty of that because it was just so. It was kind of boring, to be honest with you. I was, I like to see Narek at one point where he almost became human, where he wasn't so full of himself and so narcissistic, but that kind of changed quickly and dramatically again when he's like, oh, let me get all the confetti and everything, and I'm like, come on, dude, you were this close from being normal, this close. And I still think that Ani ultimately chooses Narek in many ways because of how she feels towards him, but at the same time, she doesn't choose anyone. That's the bottom line to it. So don't expect that if you're going to the episode you haven't seen it yet. Don't expect a romantic ending with any of these characters. So, let us now talk about the whole show. Animation-wise, it wasn't that bad. I don't think it was anything really mind-blowing. Dame X Prince Anime Caravan was okay at best at times, and even, with some of the characters and stuff like that, the kind of the atypical looks here and there. You have, the flamboyant dude who's also, badass at the same time. You have the typical yandere type male character, the pretty boy, which is he's not really a Shota boy, but he's pretty damn close to it. And, even Vino, who's the womanizer who seems to be trying to get every single girl. You had those atypical things, but like I said before, it's kind of understandable why the animation would then, of course, look like it does, because it needs to kind of follow that trope design. So I'm not gonna say it's bad. It was okay overall. In terms of music, it's forgettable. The opening and closing, I really didn't care for either one, and just the music in general. Voice acting was fine, but the music in the show in general was kind of forgettable. In terms of the story, I know it's not that I didn't like it at times, but like I said earlier, it worked best in the beginning when it was just comedy based, where you had these random hits and jabs at the tropey stuff that you see in most reverse harems. And even Ani as a main character was very tough and really quick to put out her input and be like, no, I think you're weird, or to say that about certain characters. It just kind of put them on the spot in terms of showing how she feels about them and what she really thinks about them behind the scenes. That was cool. But near the end, it seemed like she kind of fell back into relying on every dude around her to kind of save the day. And I was like, oh, this girl before was kicking ass and taking charge, and really at the end, she didn't do anything. That's the kind of unfortunate thing. So, story was okay overall. Overall, here's the bottom thing. It's an enjoyable show if you're looking for a kind of just quick 12 episode type show. It's not anything that's going to change your mind about reverse harems. It's not going to be anything that you're going to remember like a month from now, probably. Like, I already start probably forgetting about certain things here and there about it. None of the war aspects or fantasy aspects were strong enough to kind of hold your interest in terms of that. So, overall, the show is meh. So, that being said, if I had to rate it between A through F, I give it a solid C. I mean, I was very close to a C minus, to be honest with you. Like, I wanted to give it a C minus, but I think back to the several episodes I did enjoy at the beginning, and those were really funny and really went against the tide of reverse harems. But it was enough to save it from getting a C minus. But it's definitely a C show. Like I think I'm going to put it as a 7 or 6, to be honest with you. And I think it is fitting. And right now it's like running at a 6.4, I think, or 5 right now. So it's also fitting for the show. What do you guys think about Dame X Prince Anime Caravan, though? Let me know in the comments below. How'd you feel about the ending and overall the whole series? I will talk to you guys later. I have various other reviews today. Fate Extra, which probably come out I want to say probably Fate Extra will probably be out before this, so no point even saying that. But if you haven't seen it, you can go check that out. And I should have How to Keep a Mummy out later today, probably around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, because I don't want to put that out too early. And I think that's it. So I'll talk to you guys later. God bless you all. Have a great day. And until I pass across again in the next review, bye-bye, everyone.